So I've preheated my oven. We have ground turkey, we have lemon juice and lemon zest, and as I've talked about in all of my classes that I've ever taught for heart association, we talk about citrus being a super great replacement for extra salt. We're also using the zest today because it makes a bigger flavor. I love using zest in whatever I use citrus in. It just bumps up the flavor and gives it more layers. We have frozen spinach that's been thawed and drained. If you have fresh spinach, that's awesome, use that. I would wilt it a little bit and definitely squeeze it out some. We have yellow onion. We have a salt-free seasoning mix. There's so many different kinds. You gotta find the one that you like. And we have garlic powder. Oh, and to hold it all together, we have an egg. Super easy. Let's just mix this all together. The hardest part about this recipe is maybe taking the time to chop the onions. Everything else is super, super simple. Who doesn't love tiny meatballs? Now, if you wanted to use, depending on what your kids like, if you wanted to use baby kale in this, you wanted to use some other greens, shredded zucchini would be great in this. If your kids are super picky, zucchini might be the way to go. I know that a lot of kids can handle that. So I'm going to start this off with a spoon, but I'm going to put my hands in it in a minute, just to make my life easier. Okay, so we've got our quick and easy turkey meatball mix. I've got my little sheet pan that's covered in foil just to make my life easier. You don't even need to spray this, but if it's easier for you, go ahead. So I'm using a little scooper because I know kids like little things, and the more things you can do to appeal to children, to get them to eat some different things, the better. Why not have some fun? So we're going to scoop this mix. You can certainly use your hands, you can use tablespoons, you could use a big old cookie scoop. I'm using, I think this would be called a truffle scoop. All right, so we're gonna make this super quick and easy, delicious sauce you can use for so many things. If you thin it out, you could even use it as a dressing on a Greek salad. So we have Greek yogurt here, and we're gonna mix in our salt-free seasoning of choice. And then we're gonna throw this lemon juice in, mix that up. Okay, so that's nice and mixed and emulsified. Now the recipe calls for either dried dill or dried mint. You can use both, you can use either. If you have fresh herbs, even better. I am growing some beautiful orange mint, so I'm gonna use that. And dried herbs are more concentrated than fresh herbs, so you're gonna wanna use less of the dried herbs to fresh herbs. I'm even gonna just rip this up and throw it in there. It smells really lovely. You can mince this, you can chop it, or you can just rip it like me. It smells really nice. Fresh dill, fresh mint, dried dill, dried mint, whatever is easiest, whatever you have in your house, throw together. And that's how simple it is. We're done. We have the sauce. The meatballs are almost done cooking. Let's put it together. So here we have it. These quick and easy, super tasty, little heart healthy, kid friendly. How many ways can we describe them? Mini meatballs with Greek flavors, creamy dipping sauce. What's not to love? Enjoy, and we'll see you next time.